Hi, this is Hank, currently invading the Wizards YouTube channel to tell you about a ship that I've made a while back. It has lots of guns and a very large double barrel cannon on it. I'm quite proud of this thing. Never really get to use it though, because as it turns out, it's kind of expensive. But while the wizard works on more complicated projects, I thought I'd just blow some stuff up so that we can see how that works. We're going to be blowing up a lot of factions' flagships from each faction with this thing, and hopefully we'll see where its weaknesses are. Alright, we're going to start with the Reckoning versus the Deepwater Guard. This is not going to go well for them. Not at all. Why did I spawn at the bottom of the ocean? Okay, I swear I spawned this in the air. I'm pitting it against the Crossbones and the Morway because I think those are the two strongest vehicles in the Deepwater Guard. I'm not too sure. The Plunderer might be stronger than the Crossbones, though. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, Morway. The Reckoning has lasers, cruise missiles, of course it's cannon, and I think it just got one tap. Yep, of course it did. I am not very good at this game. I also think I spawned them too close, but it doesn't really matter. This thing is also quite old, unfortunately, so I have no idea if anything's transferred very well to the newer patches. But then again, I don't think they've changed much about, well, but apparently it's gonna ram it. Amazing. As it turns out, I built a honorary White Flares vessel. So sorry, Moray. I swear it was not on purpose. I am not sure why my ship has decided that it would blow off all of its guns. I think it did that to itself, actually. It is mildly funny, though. Oh, I guess that's victory for me. And my ship that decided to not do well correctly. Next up is the Onyx Watch. Hopefully my ship will not destroy itself, and hopefully the Onyx Watch will push this thing to its limits. Alright, we are back with the Onyx Watch. It's going to be fighting the Stronghold, which is still loading in. There it is. I like this thing a lot. And where is your guns? I like this thing a lot because I like giant battleships. Oh. I think this thing's stronger just facing directly at me, so that's exactly what I did. Hopefully my ship doesn't kill itself, and hopefully the Stronghold over there puts up a great fight. The Onyx Watch has notoriously given me a whole lot of trouble in my campaigns. the Reckoning is also several times more expensive than the Stronghold, so I'm gonna be quite saddened if it fails, which it probably will, because, well, I have over 1,000 hours in this game, and I feel like it's still not enough. Oh, that's not good. There goes a lot of that cannon. I can't say that the missiles use remote guidance, but apparently they're still not the smartest, because they seem to just be missing sometimes. Like, where are you aiming? And you. And my game is not liking this much projectiles, I think. The Stronghold is winning by a pretty wide margin, so it's not looking good for Team Red over here. I believe these main guns are... Oh, that's gotta hurt. I believe these main guns are armor-piercing, pen-depth frag, I think? Honestly, I'm not really sure which one's better, frag or HE. I just kind of use frag because I think frag's cool. My poor ship. That sounds like it's the finishing blow on the Reckoning over there. Or not. At the end of the day, I think I should have put more cram cannons on this. Oh, that's not good. Well, victory to the Onyx Watch, because I cannot do anything else, looks like. Which is increasingly sad, because I kind of built this thing to take out giant Onyx Watch fleets. Next up is the Lightning Hoods. Now this is going to get a little unfair because I've never really fought them because I kept getting spawn camped by the Onyx Watch. I think this is their most expensive vessel. Maybe. Kind of small. Well, compared to this over here. Probably not going to go well for this one still. I bet it moves at like 100 meters per second for some reason. The Lightning Hoods like to do that. Probably my least favorite faction. As soon as this loads in. Alright. Did not know you could make lasers that fire at missiles that aren't the laser defense systems. Because it kind of just makes sense. You just put a CBIS controller on it. The Stronghold was only like 400k cheaper than this one. This one is a full million over the Impendence, but yeah, it doesn't look too good for them. And I don't like the Lightning Hoods because they just kind of destroy me every time I get to them, but I do like their ships. I just don't like fighting them. I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. I feel like they were a lot scarier during the days of custom cannons, but that might just be nostalgia or maybe fear. I'm not sure. Alright, I guess we're doing the Grey Talons next, because I like them. I was under the I haven't looked at these guys in a while, but I was... Okay. I was under the impression that the Kobold was the strongest still, but this thing is far more expensive. It's around like 200k cheaper than the Reckoning over there. This just looks horrifying. And also, the ships and airships in this game keep giving me vibes of, man, I have made a cool ship down there. Look at that. It almost looks like something. It's just... I do not have enough hours in this game, apparently. Okay, I could probably stare at this thing all day, but a battle needs to be fought. Oh, that's not good. I really didn't give this thing a very strong deck. I think the deck is like 2 layers of alloy, which is probably not the best. You know what? It seems pretty even. Never mind. Wow. I'm sorry for ever thinking it was close. I don't know why it's decided to moonwalk on me. Not looking good for the Reckoning here, but there is a chance. Hey guys, welcome to today's From the Depths butt whooping featuring the Megalodon. My ship is not surviving this. This isn't really a battle, I just kind of want to see how long it's going to last versus this. For those who are not in the know, there might be some of you, but the Megalodon is pretty much the strongest ship in the game. I say ship, particularly, because I think the Scarlet Dawn has stronger satellites, I think. But this is not going to end well. I think the funniest part about the Megalodon is that the strongest part of it isn't even its guns. Like, it's the torpedoes that it launches out of here. No, I think it's out the front. Or am I confusing that with a different? Why'd you stop firing? I was worried that my ship already died. Oh, yep, there they are. Boy, am I glad my missiles aren't affected by those. I gotta put some of those on my ship, actually. Well, that's not very good. Yeah, I don't think this was ever gonna be a battle. Unfortunately. These lasers were also made before the incendiary buff nerf to them. I think they lowered the pierce of the lasers, but they were traded off with some incendiary effect. I'm not sure how effective they are now. Plus, these were just kind of like, oh, I have some space, I'll put a laser system there, lasers. Looking on it now, I don't know why I didn't put torpedoes on this. Confetti! And an air pump. These cannons are the equivalent of slapping somebody in the face with a frying pan. That is the end of that. The White Flares is next. I'm sure that will be even better. Goodbye. 98%. It was not very fair. I'll get you next time, Shark. For the White Flares, it is the Redeemer, because it's just the most expensive one. Where did I spawn this? Oh, there it is. Spikies. I was about to say, I wonder where, like, the strength of this craft is, but I'm assuming it's those. These could also just be the scariest cannons I will ever see. I'm not really sure yet. Don't know where its colors went. That is cool. This is a lot of anti-munitions. I think this fight might be a little bit more even than the last one, that's for certain. That's not fun. Just the constant firing of missiles. Go over here. It's one of the few battles where the main gun survives the first 30 seconds of the fight. Hey! See, it's good when it lands. Why is it only firing one? Maybe its reload got out of whack. Oh, that looks like a pretty good hit. Not really sure what it took out, though. I just realized this thing sits really deep into the water. Another main gun out? I've got a good feeling about this. That was a hit on me. A swing and a miss. This cram cannon cannot hit anyway. And this thing will not stop shooting these missile interceptors. I never really found a use for small missiles. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, but I just don't really use them that often. Even on like my small fighter jets, I put like medium missiles on them. Maybe it's just a skill issue. It's the last main gun out. Now it just has missiles and particle cannons. Actually, I don't think those particle cannons work anymore. that, the Redeemer is mostly defeated. I'm gonna let it run, just in case it decides to hit a devastating blow. Looks like the Reckoning took quite a beating, too. And with that, it is over. I think mine's sinking too. I think compared to this one, I think that's anyone's game, really. Of course, my smaller ships are probably not nearly as strong as that one over there, so probably if this thing was in a fleet at all, I think I would have lost. I'm also trash at building ships. I usually just build airships. GG, white flares. I'd argue that the next two factions are the strongest in the game. We're on to the Twin Guard. This is the Gravitas. I think it's the strongest in the Twin Guard. It's pretty expensive. I like the Twin Guard a lot. They also represent how bad I am at this game, because this is an actual mech. Go get him. Those plasma guns. Are these plasma or cram? I swear it. That's a railgun. Well then. Probably not going to end well for Reckoning down there. Once again, this thing basically just doesn't have a deck. And I expect the Crucible, I think it's called, to just completely wipe the floor with this thing. Oh, there goes that cannon. Why is that so slow? Are these railguns? I must have forgotten. Can't really tell. Or is that because it has no barrel? Ah yes, the patent from the depths nighttime. We just can't see anything. These are the most annoying gimmick in a fight I've ever seen in this game. It gets healed, and it's just a giant block. Shields are the most fickle mechanic in this game, and this doofus just gets to bypass it. Is that AI dead? Wait, what? Yeah, I meant to do that. Yeah, this ship, actually just the best one. Yeah. In fact, I just beat the Twin Guard fair and square. Totally not luck whatsoever. My genius, it's almost frightening. Nice job, Reckoning. That was well deserved. You just randomly sniped its AI with, I'm assuming, the laser. I think I'm gonna give the win to the Twin Guard because there's no way I probably should have won that. Alright, it's time for the Singularity. Basically the largest middle finger that this game has to offer you. It has a warp drive, which I sometimes forget is in this game. So it's gonna be pretty hard to keep track of the battle, unfortunately. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. It's gonna be kind of hard to keep track of this thing. At least last time I checked it had a warp drive. It's been a while since I've even seen this thing fight. I'm assuming it still has it. If anything, it's extremely fast. My ship apparently can't turn for some reason, even though I added turning. Maybe the turning just keeps getting shot out instantly. Yes, cope. Okay, maybe I just have dementia, because it hasn't warped once. Oh. Oh, there it is. Oh, oh. That was a pretty good fight, I'm not gonna lie. I guess the Megalodon's stronger, or maybe I just got lucky again. But anyways, it's time for the true boss of From the Depths. The ship that everybody fears. They see it in your nightmares. The superior combat vessel. This will be the Reckoning's toughest opponent yet. I'm not sure if it will survive. Behold, the Marauder. Do not be fooled by its exterior, for it has a singular weapon. Go get him. I believe in you. Okay, well, clearly I just got lucky. Because there's no way I could have won against the Marauder on even terms. He was merely using so little of his power. He was drunk. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Well, I hope you enjoyed me testing out a very old craft of mine, while the wizard works on more videos. Thanks for stopping by.